Thank you so much. I am honored to have been given the award of Fellow of the ICA. It is a great honor and a humbling moment for me. I have an opportunity now to make a few comments and some encouragement to the profession, and I'm delighted to do so. I think the first thing I want to say is that we should all remember we are public servants. No matter who pays the bills or who gives us our paycheck, we serve our society, we serve our communities, and so our decisions have to be beyond just the moment, beyond the pressures of the office and the pressures of our small community into the wider society. We must never forget that. We also have to remember, as my dear friend and colleague Jeffrey Yeo says, that records don't just document past actions. They allow actions to happen. They make things happen. So when we have discussions about whether we are records managers or archivists, I understand the interest in that discussion, but I think we need to move past that in a digital age and say we have to manage records from the beginning so that we can make and keep good records, as the Australians have said, and so that we can make good actions because the documentation supports that, and that in future we can look back on that documentation and know that we have got good evidence of what was decided, whether it was a good decision or a bad decision. Therefore, records management and archives need to work together as a team, and we need to work with our partners in information technology, privacy, human rights, access, and beyond. And I have spoken many times about the need for collaboration and cooperation and integration of our services. So the other point I would like to make is to encourage us to build those teams, to come together collaboratively, not to think we can solve all the problems ourselves. We are just one part of a larger system that works for the protection of evidence and the protection, therefore, of democracy and a civil society. So reach out to your partners and your teams and your colleagues. Talk to the people you don't understand. Talk to the people whose work confuses you and say, explain to me what you do and let me explain to you what I do, and let's find a way to work together. As I said in the session I was in yesterday here in beautiful Rome, we cannot pull a rabbit out of the hat if no one put the rabbit in there in the first place. So we have to work together as a team with everyone involved with the digital realm so that the evidence we want to create as good records and keep as good archives will be protected from the moment of creation. The other point I want to make is that for that to work, we need the public to understand what we do. I don't believe the public is in any way against what we do. I believe the public, the general society, truly believes that we are doing the job we need to do, and they trust us. They say there is somebody there to do that job. What they don't understand is in a digital world, we cannot do it without the help of our partners and without the help of the public. If you think about how many photographs any of us has on our iPhone, how do we know that that's managed? It's not being managed by an archivist in a custodial institution. How do we convince the public that they need to be part of the solution and help us to help them? So we are more advisors and we are less custodians as time goes on. And I think that is a right and proper role in a digital age. So finally, let me say, in order to sell that message to the public, we need to be dynamic, brave, exciting. We need to sell ourselves and sell our stories. And one of the sessions I was in with the wonderful new professionals was, what stories do we tell? So I asked that question of us as the archivists and as the profession. What stories do we tell? Do we all have the elevator pitch, the 2-minute story for the boss that says, this is why our work matters? Can we tell that story immediately? Do we have 3 of them in case we're in the elevator with the boss 3 different times? Are we ready to sell ourselves as a team and with humility and grace go in and support the work we are doing as public servants on behalf of society? So let me thank the ICA for the honor and the members for their concern and care for my work on behalf of society. and particularly my sense of inspiration from the younger and new professionals who are coming into the field. You are what is going to make us move forward. Thank you, everyone.